Hey friends, welcome back to Paring Down, where we talk about simplifying your home and your life so you can make space for what truly matters. If you're new here, I'd love for you to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos about decluttering, intentional living, and creating a calmer home. Okay, let's get into it. Have you ever worked hard to declutter your home only to have new stuff show up on your doorstep like a week later? Maybe it's your mom bringing over another bag of perfectly good clothes, or a friend who insists that you need this gadget that they didn't use, or maybe it's your kid's birthday party and you're drowning in new toys before you've even recycled the wrapping paper. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. One of the biggest challenges people face when simplifying their homes isn't their own buying habits. It's managing the inflow of other people's generosity. Today, we're going to talk about how to declutter when people keep giving you more stuff without feeling guilty, rude, or ungrateful. So let's talk about why this keeps happening in the first place as the first thing. Number two, we're going to talk about setting boundaries with kindness. And number three, we're going to be talking about managing the clutter that still sneaks in. So first thing, let's talk about why this is so common. People often give things for emotional reasons, not for practical ones. Parents or grandparents might be giving an expression of love or nostalgia, and it's a way for them to stay connected. Friends might give you gifts to show thoughtfulness or to ease their own clutter guilt by passing it on. And of course, sometimes people just don't understand your decluttering journey. They think she loves candles, not realizing that you already have 20. So when we understand that their intentions are good, just misplaced, it helps you respond with grace instead of frustration. But here's the key. We can be grateful for the thought without keeping the item. Gratitude does not have to equal ownership. And this is where things get a little tricky. You want to protect your space, but you also don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. So here are a few ways to navigate this. First is to communicate your why. Leading with vulnerability regarding your personal overwhelm helps them see things with a bit more empathy, rather than feeling like you're just shutting them down, right? So instead of saying, "Don't give me anything," or "The kids don't need any more toys," explain your goal. We're really focusing on having fewer things so our home feels peaceful and easy to manage. When people understand your why, they're more likely to support you, period. The second thing you can do is to try and offer alternatives, so redirect their generosity. Instead of a gift, we'd love for you to come over for dinner. Or the kids would love an experience, maybe the zoo or an ice cream date, instead of giving toys. Giving people a replacement option helps them feel less rejected. And the third thing you can do is go ahead and declutter it in a donation bin if the gifts keep coming. Have a designated box or shelf for those unwanted items. That way the gifts don't immediately spread throughout your home. You can appreciate the thought and then quietly pass it on. You are not doing anything wrong by doing this. If you think someone will have an adverse reaction to this, I'll share more about that at the end of this video. Okay, number four is use humor in your delivery of boundaries. Not every conversation has to be heavy. You're so sweet to think of us, but I am not responsible enough to use that regularly, so I'll have to politely decline, right? Like a little humor can soften a firm no. And remember, boundaries are not mean. They're maintaining your space, you're maintaining your peace, and you're maintaining the relationship by avoiding the buildup of resentment. Okay, and the third thing I want to cover is how to manage what still comes in even when you set those good boundaries, because things will still sneak in, especially with kids or holidays or whatever it might be. Here's how to handle it. One, do a quick swap. When something new comes in, something else goes out. This is that one in, one out rule that keeps your home balanced without requiring a full declutter session. Two, don't let the guilt take the lead. You are not obligated to keep something just because someone gave it to you. The gift did its job the moment that it was given to you because it showed care. What you do with it after that is up to you. Number three, make decluttering an ongoing rhythm. If you build in small resets like a 10-minute sweep once a week, you'll stay ahead of the clutter creep. This can also help you remember that nothing is permanent. So if you need to hold on to something for a week or two until the newness wears off for the kids because they're excited about it or whatever, remind yourself that you can always get rid of it during one of your regular decluttering sweeps. Just remember, decluttering isn't a one-time event. It's a practice of protecting your space from other people's energy and expectations. Let me end with this truth. When people give you more stuff, it's not really about the things. It's about the relationships and the meaning behind them. So instead of feeling frustrated, try reframing it. You can love the person, not the object. You can honor the sentiment, not the stuff. you can receive the gesture and then release the item. This mindset helps you stay connected to people and aligned with your values. The next time someone hands you just another just because gift, take a breath, thank them for thinking of you, and decide whether it belongs in your home or in a donation bin. And then remind yourself, decluttering isn't just about getting rid of things. It's about creating space for what truly matters. And sometimes that means setting boundaries around what comes in. And if you're struggling with the fear that somebody's going to be really offended or have an adverse reaction to you decluttering the gift that you gave them, I encourage you to go ahead and listen to the episode of my podcast, the Paring Down podcast, called The Fear and Guilt of Decluttering Gifts. I talk about lots of different ways in a more in-depth way of how to have these kinds of conversations, both before the clutter comes in and how to handle it when somebody gives you pushback. I'll have that video linked next, and you can find it in the show notes too. If this video gave you a little encouragement today, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe here for more episodes about simplifying your home and your heart. And tell me in the comments, who's the biggest gift giver in your life and how do you handle it with kindness? I'll see you in the next video.